Men jag tänkte, vi gör så här. Jag lovar Mia att vi ska kolla på lite nyheter om aliens eller UFOn. Så jag har faktiskt tagit mig tiden att leta upp lite sånt. För 4 veckor sedan dök det upp ett klipp i alla fall. Jag tänkte att vi kollar lite på den videon. Dök upp ett klipp på ett UFO. De har döpt det till "This is the absolute best UFO footage that's have ever been released to the public." Så det här kommer förmodligen från amerikanska UFO-files. Government across the globe have invariably been vague when it comes to the release of and disclosure of unidentified flying objects. When asked the question on the existence of alien or extraterrestrial intelligence, the response has always been taken in jest or at best acknowledged without evidence being presented. Det är ju också ett sätt att be om bevis. Finns aliens? Vi har inga bevis för. De visar inte bevisen. I alla fall, det är massa blaj här om det här. Det här ska ha hänt US Navy 2019. Och det här kommer med UFO-files som släpptes, tror jag. Så vi kollar lite på det här. Vi ser vad det här är. Vi ser vad han säger. Det kan vara intressant. Det kan finnas någonting här. Det kanske är Goatman.
Welcome to another episode of Destination Declassified, the channel that searches high and low to bring you the most up-to-date information, facts and stories from all things related to UFOs and conspiracy theories. Governments across the globe have invariably been vague when it comes to the release and
så jag läste bara manus.
disclosure of unidentified flying objects. When asked the question on the existence of aliens or extraterrestrial intelligence, the response has always been taken in jest, or at best acknowledged without any evidence being presented. Hesitancy to reveal the true nature of UFOs means that either the governing bodies do not know how to explain such a phenomenon, or have in fact acquired too much information that could cause panic among the general population if released. As time has progressed and technology has overtaken our lives to a certain degree, the question as to whether UFOs exist is becoming more and more irrelevant. The expansion of social media, telescopic manufacturing, and general interest from numerous sources has pressured the US government into releasing video footage of unidentified crafts, which have been recorded over the past 20 years. One piece of footage has not only baffled UFO enthusiasts, but also reached the highest order of the US Navy to investigate and explain what happened in July of 2019. Was the USS Omaha Navy ship swarmed by a host of unidentified flying objects? What evidence has been
Förmodligen, eftersom det är markerat som att det är unidentified flying objects.
Released to spark this massive exposure, and who is involved in explaining to the world what appear to be a pending attack from unknown beings? It's time to get serious as we begin this episode of Destination Declassified.
Wow! Oj, nu är det seriöst här. Älskar sån här skit.
Over the last few years, journalists and UFO experts have obtained and released military-filmed UFO footage, forcing the Pentagon to confirm the validity of the footage and release an official UFO report to discuss various aspects of the videos as, quote, part of a larger issue of an increased number of training range incursions by unidentified aerial phenomena in recent years. An original set of 3 videos were filmed by Navy FA-18 aircraft using Navy advanced targeting forward-looking infrared pods, which attached to the fuselage of the aircraft, and were released on April 27, 2020. The initial recordings from the USS Nimitz and USS Theodore Roosevelt were recorded in 2004, 2014 and 2015 respectively, and burst onto the scene a few years later, with news channels and investigative journalists lapping up the mystery of it all. The clips known as FLIR, Gimbal and Go Fast featured data from the cockpits as well as audio discussions between the crew and infrared images. Louis Elizondo, former director of the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, which was under the authority of the Department of Defense, and others released the videos after resigning from the Pentagon in October 2017. His reason for quitting the DoD was in protest to the government's handling of all investigatory materials, as well as the secrecy which accompanied his role. His feelings were expressed to the Defense Secretary at the time, stating that the project wasn't being taken seriously enough. Since then, Elizondo has gone on to discuss
Var han på DOJs version av X-Files? Det vill säga placerad i källaren och ingen ville prata med honom.
his government experiences, as well as the information obtained during his time at the AATIP program on various platforms, podcasts, and news outlets. With regards to the July 15th incident, Elizondo commented on the level of interest and scrutiny which accompanied such a bizarre sighting, stating, "I think government officials realize that it would be like putting the cat back in the bag, or like putting toothpaste back in the tube. Now that the government has acknowledged the reality of unexplained aerial phenomena, it's going to be real hard to backtrack." Ever since this bombshell footage emerged, exposing the government's secret projects and information relating to UFOs, numerous investigatory forums and researchers have come to the fore with the intention of digging deeper to find out even more. One of those seeking the truth is our friend Jeremy Corbell, an American documentarian and filmmaker. Corbell, who was born in 1977, has had various interests and experiences in the field of contemporary art, photography and martial arts. However, it was his hit 2018 documentary Bob Lazar, Area 51 and Flying Saucers, that catapulted his name onto the UFO scene. Through his time spent interviewing Mr. Lazar, the scientist who claims to have reverse-engineered extraterrestrial technology, as well as his journalistic advertiser, George Knapp, Corbell has managed to obtain and verify numerous images and video footage of UFOs over the last few years. The filmmaker's notorious leak.
Jag vet att Bob Lazar kanske inte är ett så känt namn för alla här inne, men Bob Lazar är ganska mycket en UFO-grifter som lever på att han har gjort arbete då för staten, men det går inte på något sätt verifiera att han har varit i de positioner han säger att han har varit. Vi behöver kanske inte gå in så mycket mer på det just nu, men Bob Lazar har en intressant historia i det här. Så det är inte vem som helst.
Leaked footage, which caused a massive stir once shown, was of a group of UFOs which seemed to torment and navigate in a threatening manner above and around the USS Omaha warship on the 15th of July 2019. According to the information proposed by Corbell, via discussions and tweets on the 27th of May 2021, the group of unknown aircrafts materialized seemingly from nowhere before heading directly towards the warship.
Det är någon form av, det är typ som
the USS Omaha itself.
Det är typ som en lolcow fast för UFOn. Han är ett UFO. Där.
Is an indispensable class littoral combat ship of the United States Navy and is the fourth ship to be named after the largest city in Nebraska. Built by Austal USA, the shipbuilding company based in Mobile, Alabama. It was launched on the 20th of November 2015 and commissioned at San Diego, California in 2018. It was then assigned to Littoral Combat Ship Squadron 1, and although it encountered the barrage of threats from the unidentified objects, the incident did not damage the ship's exterior, and so therefore is subsequently still in service and used to this very day. So what happened on that day that reignited the debate on the existence of UFOs, extraterrestrials, and that of alien intelligence? According to the radar readings, a mass squadron of unknown crafts descended from the sky, or maybe from the ocean, and flew around the vessel between the hours of 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. The Navy ship was, at the time, stationed within a restricted warning area of San Diego, and was picked up by the
Han var ju väldigt kärd.
At the time, stationed within a restricted warning area off San Diego, and was picked up by the onboard Viper team, or visual intelligence personnel. The physical footage that was released to the public clearly shows a round-like object hovering above the water through an infrared camera during the late hours when the incident occurred. The estimated 7 to 12 foot sphere which was captured begins to move swiftly across the camera's vision and alongside the ship before stopping and settling down into the ocean. Corbell tweeted that this is corroborative electro-optic data demonstrating a significant UFO event series in a warning area off San Diego. During the clip, one can overhear the sailors discussing the entity as the infrared technology illuminates the craft's whereabouts. "Whoa, it's getting close," says one of the crew. A few seconds later, when the object descends into the water, someone cries, "Whoa, it's splashed." Incidentally, the actions of the spacecraft reignites the theory that extraterrestrials and their aerial technologies are already stationed here on Earth, hiding within the depths of the oceanic abyss.
Oh shit,
With
it's
so much
Terror from the
confusion and
Deep.
bewilderment at the strange glow
Det-
that hovered around the vessel.
Det är bokstavligen plotten till XCOM Terror from the Deep från typ 1995. Spelet alltså.
It must have come as a horrifying surprise when an influx of secondary objects made their presence known. Footage released by Korbel and his team allegedly shows 14 red flashing objects coming into range at rapid speed via the ship's radar. It begins when 9 UFOs are recorded by the naval ship's team that are travelling at a high speed of 158 miles per hour. As the unidentified crafts continue in their advancement towards the Omaha, another 5 seem to appear out of nowhere, moving much slower in speed. Unfortunately, there is no extended footage from the ship or the radar navigation teams to back up this claim. However, anyone and everyone who was on duty that day have testified that the swarming of the vessel did indeed happen. Korbel and his mentor George Knapp, a well-known television investigative journalist, news anchor, talk radio host and ufologist, presented the findings on Knapp's TV show Mystery Wire via the KLAS TV network. Determined to get the word out and generate a conversation on the matter, Korbel would state that the footage from the CIC, Combat Information Center, was obtained by a crew that was specifically called in to film these anomalous events, and that it supports the hypothesis that these are not just balloons that are dropping into the water, which some were quick to theorize. He also believes that due to the circumnavigational methods, as well as the length of time that the flying machines were on radar, proves that whatever.
Jag gillar också att han tar tiden till sig och verkligen debunka ballongteorin. Ballongteorin, i alla fall den gammal teori, den hänger med från Roswell. För att när Roswell hände så sa man ju väldigt snabbt att det var en väderballong, vilket förmodligen var. Men det där har irriterat ufologer ända sedan dess. Så varje gång en sån här grej sker, då känner de att de måste debunka ballongteorin igen.
Whatever they were, wanted to be recognized and seen by the team on board. Likewise, George Knapp, whose prior investigatory work includes that of the original Area 51 publicity reports and of Bob Lazar, wanted to reiterate the mysterious, unknown nature of the objects captured. If they are foreign drones, they displayed abilities to exceed our own technologies, anything we know of, that is, and some of them appeared to be trans-medium craft, he said. Though very few of the USS Omaha's crew came forward to tell the tale, one of the crewmen reportedly stated that they were extremely impressed by the navigation and endurance of the squadron as they proceeded to torment the ship. The same crewman noted that, after an hour of brazen behavior, the entities vanished without leaving a single trace of evidence or having carried out any purposeful objectives. Another, more skeptical service member was also obligated to acknowledge the UFO's impressive aerial techniques by stating, "Either way it's world-changing because of the incredible energy capacity of the crafts." Questions came thick and fast after the videos were released to the public, with reports being broadcast across multiple news channels around the globe, as well as interest from numerous UFO investigators and forums.
Jesus.
The US government had to concur the leaked evidence sooner rather than later. With Korbel pushing for investigation and government transparency, the Pentagon eventually confirmed the authenticity of the clip, citing that it would be reviewed by the Department of Defense's Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force, UAPTF. The DoD headquarters were fully aware of Korbel's influence, having confirmed another leaked video by the documentarian, which showed 3 unidentified objects hovering above the USS Russell, an event that occurred around the same time as the Omaha incident. A consecutive panel was initiated to gain insight into the nature and origins of the aircraft.
Gud vad
according
ni visar samma klipp hela tiden. Det är ju inte från det där.
Statements on the matter. Coincidentally, another former President Barack Obama has been on the record as saying this about the footage. "We can't explain how they moved, their trajectory. They did not have an easily explainable pattern." In total, the United States government has been unable to explain 143 of 144 mysterious UFOs, except that is for a large deflating balloon. The UAP, or unidentified
Så den gången som man faktiskt debunkade UFO-grejen, det var en ballong ändå. Så jävla... Så jävla... Jag älskar såna här kanaler.
Aerial phenomena, as it's now referred, that was caught on tape, as it descended into the waters below, was never actually found, nor was any wreckage found at the scene once investigated by the crew. Due to the enigma sparking mass debate, and with no concrete evidence or resolution to the matter,
Vad sa du precis?
nor was any wreckage found at the scene once investigated by the crew. Due to the enigma sparking mass debate, and with no concrete evidence or resolution to the matter, representatives from online archive, the Black Vault, decided to get involved. The database, which obtains and releases declassified documents, pictures and videos on all government matters, attempted to make contact with the US Navy's Administrative Division in order to acquire the Omaha's shipping logs from the time of the incident. Through the Freedom of Information Act, John Greenwald, from the Black Vault, was able to upload the ship deck log sheet from July 2019. According to the accompanying letter from the Naval Surface Department, it stated that what was issued contained all records pertaining to an incident on July 15, 2019, approximately between the times of 10:30 p.m. and 11:30 p.m. Pacific, off the coast of San Diego, California, wherein the USS Omaha encountered and observed a possible UAS, spherical in shape, moving towards the surface of the water and then disappearing. Despite receiving such important information relating to the event, nothing was written in any of the documents provided, which makes one wonder what exactly did or did not occur that day, and also what information was withheld from the official documents. Naturally, there are those who speculate on the authenticity of the videos, as well as the key players involved with regards to the initial leak and reporting of events. With numerous interest and publicity surrounding the videos, many have attributed the crafts to be highly advanced drones or militarized aircraft, which perhaps the crew were unaware of at the time. Some have also described it as being an observational phenomena, such as parallax, which is the displacement or the difference in the apparent direction of an object as seen from two different points, and not on a straight line. Again, there is no hard evidence to justify these alternative claims, and so the case of what happened to the USS Omaha that evening in 2019 remains a significant mystery to this very day. So what do you think? Could it be that a militarized US battleship suffered a massive provocation by extraterrestrial beings? If so, where did they go? Underwater or back into the skies above?
Terror from the deep.
Perhaps in time we will learn the truth, as more and more leaked videos continue to be distributed by the likes of Jeremy and online databases such as WikiLeaks. Some may say that these individuals and online platforms are seeking personal recognition or fame by attempting to instill fear and a distrust of the government. Others may say that such information is kept under wraps for a reason, and that the general public would be unable to handle the truth should it be fully revealed to us. Whatever the case, it certainly has people talking and has finally generated a serious debate on the UFO and alien anomaly. It is often said that good things come to those who wait, so let us see what happens. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Destination
Hello again, everyone.
And we look forward to seeing you next time.
Ja, det var veckans Alien News. Som ni ser så händer det mycket där.